Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas says there is still a path to get a health care reform bill passed. Yet there is little apparent movement tonight, and political movers and shakers are already moving on with an eye on next year's elections. Chief Congressional Correspondent Emanuel reports from Capitol Hill.
Democrats are pretty quick to blame Republicans for pretty much everything these days.
We Democrats don't know what our Republican friends are planning to vote on next week. I'll bet many Republicans don't know yet either.
But it's been the left's message and those delivering it who have taken a real beating. The DNC finished last month $3.3 million in debt, not the kind of purse you want on hand headed toward the midterms. So far this year, the Republican National Committee has raised $75.4 million, while the Democrats have raised only $38.1 million. Issues like health care have certainly put a black mark on the GOP this term. Republican sources expect a procedural vote on health care reform in the Senate next Tuesday. Yet despite years of promises by Republicans to repeal and replace Obamacare, it's not clear if they can get 50 GOP senators to vote yes. House Speaker Paul Ryan wants to remind folks that there have been real successes on the Hill despite all of the negative press.
I know this doesn't get much coverage in the media. It doesn't sell. It's not polarizing. But most of what we do in Congress is bipartisan.
In the House, health care reform was pulled, retooled, and then eventually passed. On the Senate side, there have been several deadlines that have come and gone and efforts to retool legislation.
We've probably got, I'd say, 45 or 46 yeses now. We're close. And it's a handful of no's right now who I think that they're going to get to yes. I think they have to.
Many Republicans are frustrated by a lack of progress on major agenda items. But leaders say this Congress will be judged after 2 years and not 6 months. And it will be those accomplishments that will help drive fundraising toward the midterms. James?
Emanuel on Capitol Hill.